Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today is pretty exciting because I'm actually looking for like a chill jumping and also a bit of dressage pony. So my budget is 1,200 shillings. Let's see how far this gets us and let's meet the first pony. So first I will be trying out Ginger. She is a 7-year-old halflinger mare and she's here at Golden Leaf Stables. And yeah, let's see how this will go. So she is absolutely sweet. Her owner already groomed her for me, so I only had to tack her up, which she did very nicely. No fuss when tightening the girth, which is always good, because girthiness can always mean that there's something like ouchy going on. But anyway, we arrived at the outdoor arena, where there were some little jumps set up, which the owners were so kind to do. Despite that, she was wearing a dressage saddle and also a bitless bridle. But yeah, so she went on the bit very nicely. She had those classical pony bouncy gaits. But yeah, she was very comfortable to sit and had nice gaits. Wasn't too slow and not lazy at all. I did some extending and collecting to warm her up, and then I started with just like a little row of those tiny bounce jumps, which she did very nicely. She did get a little rushy, but she kept her pace nice and consistent. After the first jump, she kind of got a little confused, but then she did a really good job just jumping over the fences very casually. Like, no fuss, no refusals. Her strides were very easy to count. We had no chip-ins. Yeah, she was just a very pleasant jumping horse. Only thing to note about this horse, yeah, she can't really jump high, despite her being a halfling of the sportier type, because she had a tendon issue, which is already a few years ago, and yeah, so she can't really jump very high. And as you can see, I also had the chance to take her on a little hack around the stable. She was very speedy outside, but also easy to handle. So the next pony was a cute Connemara cross named May. So when I arrived at the stable, he was already tacked up. Despite that, I asked the owners not to tack him up. But I wasn't going to let that hold me back from trying him. So I got on and we started. So they also set up like some small jumps. And we started with some trot poles and also some bounce jumps. Then we kicked things up and yeah, then more trot poles. I also did some extending and collecting with him. He was on a bit larger side, which felt definitely nice. Yeah, when we started jumping, he was very good, very forward, but not rushy. Yeah, he was very scopy and very keen on the fences. His hard strides were kind of hard to count at first, because they were incredibly big for such a little thing. He was very safe and steady for only being 6 years old, and was definitely born to jump, literally. Like, he flew over the fences even when the owners raced them. I thought he wasn't going to make it over, but he literally had such an incredible jump, and also he was so fast. Like, they said he had been a pony racing, I don't know, but he had done that before, and yeah, but he was an incredible horse, pony. Definitely very experienced for just a 6-year-old, and an absolute natural at jumping. Like, I didn't even have to do a lot. It was just perfect. And I also had the opportunity to take him on a little hack, which he mastered very nicely. We even jumped over a little fence. And also, can we just admire this precious little chestnut coat? And then with the name, like, this is just a perfect summer spring horse. The next horse was a bit unusual, a 5-year-old Icelandic horse named Maple, who was very over budget, but in her ad it said that she had already jumped up to a meter, which for a 5-year-old Icelandic horse is pretty amazing. I noticed that the stable didn't even have an arena, but they said I could just ride around here at the beach in the shallow water. Her gaits were pretty interesting at first. Very, like, not very high stepping, more like glidey on a little cloud. She was very attentive to my aids. And she had this incredible flying pace. So the next and final horse is this Appaloosa pony called Marble. He was at Moron Stables and he was taken in as a project about 2 years ago with literally no jumping experiences. But in those 2 years, they said they turned him into a promising jumping prospect. So I just was really, really keen to try him out. Also because of this incredible coat color and his blue eye. Yeah, and also a jumping Appaloosa pony. You don't have that every day. I was so excited. And when riding him, I noticed he was a bit lazy. Kind of hard to get going at first, a bit sticky and stiff. But then he actually ran forward over that jump. And yeah, once he was going, he was going. There was no stopping him almost. No, he was always very nicely to control, never rushy, and after some time he stopped being lazy and gave me a really pleasant ride. Yeah, he had a pretty bouncy jump, but really nice, comfortable gaits, nice ground covering strides, and also a very pleasant personality. Yeah, he was a very sweet horse, very honest, no fuss, no spooking, no refusals, which I was very pleased about, because some ponies are known for their spicy personalities. And so that was it for today's video. Please help me decide which of those incredible ponies you like best. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!